you think of wild foods, this is probably the first thing that comes to mind. Traipsing out into the wilderness, eyes peeled, searching for something edible. My name is Kevin Chapp, and for me, wild foods aren't just a luxury. They're a way of life. As an environmentalist, educator, and professional forager, I know the best ingredients are still waiting to be discovered. You just need to know where to look. Today, we're with my friend Tom Rosenbauer. Tom is an award-winning writer and expert fly fisherman with the Orvis Company. But he's also an avid forager, and he's taking us deep into the Taconic Mountains in the hopes of finding a very special and very tasty mushroom. And so, of course, we're looking for the Hen of the Woods' favorite host, which is the white oak, right?
Yeah. This is part of the Taconics, which go down the western part of the state, continuation of the mountains that come up through New York and Massachusetts.
Yeah.
The soil's a lot sweeter, limier here, so it's you have a little bit different ecosystem that favors more alkaline, loving plants and trees and mushrooms. There's a gnarly old oak right up there. We should check that one out.
Oh, geez, yeah. God, that must be a 300-year-old.
I would imagine. They're usually right at the base of the tree.
Oh, hey, Tom. I think that's what we're looking for, huh? Look at the size of that one.
Oh, man.
Good God, that is a beauty, Tom.
Look
at the size of that.
Oh, that is so nice.
Wow. This is referred to as hen of the woods or sheep's head or ram's head, right? We've heard that. Or its scientific name, Grifola frondosa. One of the most choice mushrooms for gourmets.
One of my favorites.
Absolutely, yeah. Sauteed up with a little garlic and butter. Did you also know that it has been proven to have cancer-fighting properties as well?
No kidding.
And there's also some evidence to suggest that they're actually really good for diabetes, so they help regulate your blood sugar. So all sorts of great benefits to eating these types of mushrooms.
But you know what? I don't care about that other stuff. They're delicious.
Absolutely, and that's the most important part. Tom and I were lucky to stumble upon such a massive growth of hen of the woods. Although it's easily noticeable here, this mushroom is actually fairly rare.
I'm not going to take the whole thing because I think that these look younger and they're still going. Plus, if somebody else comes through, then they'll have some.
Perfect. Sounds like good conservation theory to me, Tom.
Just being generous. If I thought I was the only one here, I'd cut the whole thing.
Just a few pounds can set you back about $100, which is why a good mushroom forager can earn decent money supplying chefs with this delectable treat.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Hen, we will see you when you get bigger.
With our treasure in tow, Tom and I decided to head to the banks of the Meadowy River, create an impromptu meal out of the maitake mushroom, wild grape and mint, and some of the trout that we caught earlier that day.
I always find when we cook these that I never cook enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's much better wild food than that maitake right there.
This time of year, we just delight in them, and we'll eat them every night. A little olive oil in there, some butter, lots of butter. Oh, and the garlic.
These tongs too.
There we go. Don't want to waste any garlic. I think we're ready for the mushrooms. Yeah.
Yeah, those are just beautiful.
Those will cook down quite a bit.
When you think of foraged foods, it doesn't get much better than this. Fresh picked, simply cooked, and most importantly, all natural. But just 20 miles away, these same wild mushrooms are being used in a completely different way, in a fine dining restaurant. Here at the Dorset Inn in Dorset, Vermont, chefs Neil Phillip and John Gatewood embrace wild foods as an indispensable part of their changing seasonal menus.
You guys take it to the next level and really design dishes that are both visually appealing and absolutely delicious too. So can you talk about the importance of wild foods on your menu?
One of the more important aspects of wild foods on the menu is that it speaks to the seasons. Being where we are, we get the luxury of 4 different seasons every year, and every season has different bounty that comes naturally from all around us. I feel that more and more people are educated as to what ingredients are natural and where they come from and why they are there. The honesty and the integrity of a natural ingredient, I think, is the future.
With every dish, John and Neil aim to have their guests literally taste the season. Today, at the peak of fall, they're preparing an incredible trout dish with the very same hen-of-the-woods mushrooms that Tom and I had foraged for.
Savory and bright is usually where you're coming from. You get a good balance. You get the umami and the richness and the deepness from the mushrooms, and you can set it off with the vinegar reduction. The fish plays its notes in between, and that's how it all works together, so you're all playing the same tune. This is it's of the moment, it's very of the season, and where would you rather be than right there? You want your feet on the ground and you want your head in the sky, that's it.
How do you continue to attract people on a regular basis? Does that have something to do with, changing up the menu on occasion, or you just stay with your standards?
Some of that, but I think one of the big things that we have going for us is our consistency and our quality. If something comes to the back door and it's not to a certain standard, we're not going to take it. We'll say, thanks a lot, try one of those guys down the road,
There's a good possibility we're running out of these resources. We are running out of these resources.
Yeah, I think, sometimes people miss the fact that everything that you consume on a plate was living at one point, right?
Yeah.
So.
Respect for your ingredients, without a doubt, respect. We're just passengers on the Dorset Inn's journey, basically, and there's been chefs before us, there'll be chefs after us. So we just kind of uphold a really strong tradition of hospitality and comfort.
You have so many repeat guests that oftentimes you'll see them 3, 4, 5 times a week sometimes. So, obviously a testament to you're doing something right.
That's right.
There's a good reason the Dorset Inn has so many loyal guests, and it's why it's become one of my absolute favorite places to stay and eat. It comes down to their commitment to honoring every ingredient. Ingredients like hen of the woods. You see, foraging isn't a hobby or a fringe concept. It's an integral part of maintaining the quality of food in restaurants across the country. You may not often imagine this becoming this, but in the hands of great chefs like Neil and John, foraged foods are transformed. From the stump of an old tree to a riverside open fire to the pristine kitchen of some incredible chefs, maitake mushrooms may travel far, but if you step outside, you can find them right in your own backyard.